This is the Messiah Revelation Ministry, Prophetic End Time Ministry. Countdown to Jerusalem. Pray for the city of Jerusalem. Psalm 122 verse 6. Countdown begins and we are counting down to the arrival, the triumphal arrival of the Messiah in Jerusalem. Many nations shall be joined to the Messiah, and he will dwell in the middle of his people, and he will dwell on earth, and he will rule the earth, and his headquarters will be Jerusalem. It is confirmed. Zechariah 14 talks about it. Daniel chapter 7 verses 13 to 14 talks about the rule of the Messiah. All kingdoms in this world will fall, and a stone cut without hand, and that is the kingdom of the Messiah, will rule the world from Jerusalem. There's an angelic confirmation. Luke chapter 1 verse 32 to 33 is a confirmation, because the angel Gabriel announced that the Messiah Yeshua, he will sit on the throne of his father David. His father is David, but David himself called him my Lord, my Lord. Yeshua is our Lord. He is the ruler of the world. And in Revelation chapter 11 verse 15, Apostle John heard voices in heaven when the seventh trumpet sounded. At last, the kingdoms of the earth shall become the kingdoms of Yeshua, and he shall reign forever and ever. Revelation 11:15. And the Lord will rule the earth from the holy city Jerusalem, and the Lord would inherit his portion among Judah, and he will choose Jerusalem as his city. And he has a promise for you, and we read the promise, and the promise is given to the church in Philadelphia, as we read for the record, Revelation chapter 3 verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. The Lord is saying, whatever you have, hold it fast. You have a crown of salvation, hold it fast. You have an identity as a Hebrew, hold it fast. You have an identity as the chosen of God, hold it fast, so that nobody takes away your crown of salvation. And the Lord is going to give you something special, and Jerusalem is part of it. As you read Revelation chapter 3 verse 12, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God, and I will write upon him my new name. So the Lord will write upon you his new name. We don't know what his new name is. We know he's the Alpha and Omega. We know that he's the Redeemer, he's the Mediator. He is the one who was, who is, and who will be coming. But he is going to give you a new name, to you that overcometh, as he has promised the church in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. And he will build the temple in Jerusalem. And here we look at the prophecy in Zechariah, and as we read the book of Zechariah for the record, Zechariah chapter 6, reading from verse 12 to 13. And speak unto him, saying, thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, behold, the man whose name is the branch, and he shall grow up out of his place, and he shall build the temple of the Lord. Zechariah 6 verse 12, Zechariah 6 verse 13 continues. Even he shall build the temple of the Lord, and he shall bear the glory, and shall sit and rule upon his throne, and he shall be a priest upon his throne. He shall be a priest upon his throne. So the Messiah will rule. He is the king of the earth, and he will be a priest on his throne. And so he will combine those functions. He's the ruler of the world, the judge of the world, and he's a priest after the order of Melchizedek. And so when you hear it, keep in mind that people will be purporting to build the temple in Jerusalem. And they have red heifer or green heifer or blue heifer and all kinds of heifers. And they are planning to build the third temple in Jerusalem. But we should know that the Bible in Zechariah 6 verses 12 and 13 says, the one who will build the temple. And we read it for the record. And speak unto him, saying, This speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, Behold, the man whose name is the branch, and he shall grow out of his place, and he shall build the temple of the Lord. So is the Messiah who is going to build the temple of the Lord. In visions, I've seen glimpses of the temple that the Messiah will build. And so it is not human beings who are going to build the temple in Jerusalem. It will be the Messiah who will build the temple in Jerusalem. It's stated in Zechariah chapter 6, verse 12 to 13. And Jerusalem will be a city that is different. Jerusalem will be a city of truth. Jerusalem will be a city of truth. And it is very important because before the Messiah comes, the city will be defiled and trodden down of Gentiles. Those who say they are Jews, they are not. They are of the synagogue of Satan. They will be defiling the city before the Messiah comes to build the temple as stated in Zechariah chapter 6 verse 12 to 13. Jerusalem will then be a city of truth because the city will not be a city of liars. It will not be occupied by those who say they are Jews and they are not. They are of the synagogue of Satan. Jerusalem will be a mountain of the host of Israel. And from that mountain will go forth the word of the Lord to all the four corners of the earth, and the gospel will be preached to all the four corners of the earth. Hebrew Israelites, those who are of the royal nation, and those who are priests, you prepare yourself to undertake your mantle, to hold on to your mantle, to execute your mandate. Your mandate is to be a light unto the Gentiles, to evangelize the world and to spread the word of the Lord from Jerusalem to all the four corners of the earth. And so your role is coming, your identity will be known, and the Lord will do unto you those who will overcome, as he promised the church in Philadelphia. Overcomers will be given new names, and the name of God, Yahweh, Elohim, will be written on your body, and you will be part of the new Jerusalem, and that is coming. But it has implication for you as you read the book of Isaiah chapter 4, verse 3. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 3. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remains in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even everyone that is written among the living in Jerusalem. This is an implication for the Hebrew Israelites. It's also an implication for the Gentiles who are trodden down the city in Jerusalem. When the Lord comes to Jerusalem, which is his capital, there will be a purge, and the Gentiles will be ridden out of the city. That will be the end of the Gentiles, as prophesied in Luke 21, verse 24. But it is also stated in Isaiah 4, verse 3, that in that day, at the time when the Messiah comes to Zion, he that remain in Jerusalem shall be called holy. It means that those who remain in Jerusalem, those who will remain in Jerusalem will be called holy. Of course, they will be holy. And nothing that is not holy will be allowed to enter the holy city, Jerusalem. The Lord will come and he will purge the rebels. And the Hebrew Israelites will not be spared, because Zechariah 13, verse 8, and Zechariah 13, verse 9 talks about the purge even among the Hebrew Israelites. And those who remain, they will go through fire of refinement, and as the welder, the metal worker, refines gold and silver. And so Hebrew Israelites will be purged, and the prophet Isaiah is telling you in Isaiah 4, verse 3, he who remains in Zion shall be called holy. You'll be holy. And because you are holy, that's why you remain in Jerusalem. The Gentiles who are defiling the city of Jerusalem will be driven out of Jerusalem. The Antichrist and the false prophet will be driven out of Jerusalem. The synagogue of Satan will be driven out of Jerusalem. And he who remains in Jerusalem will be called holy, and one that is written among the living in Jerusalem. What does the prophet Isaiah mean about one written among the living in Jerusalem? It means that at that time, when the Messiah comes to Jerusalem to rule the holy city, anyone that is not holy will not be part of the holy city, and those who remain are those whose names are written among the living in Jerusalem, written among the book, those whose names are in the book. Remember, the prophet Daniel talks about the book in Daniel 12, verse 1. There will be tribulation, and those who will be saved are those who are in the book. The prophet Isaiah is also repeating it in Isaiah 4, verse 3, that a day will come where in Zion, those who remain will be called holy. It means that if you are not holy, you will not remain in Jerusalem. And it means that those who will remain in Jerusalem are those whose names are written in the book. And those are the overcomers. The Messiah told our brothers and sisters in Philadelphia, the overcomers, he said, hold fast the little that you have. You are crowned of salvation, so that nobody takes it away from you. There are so many people who take it from you. They are false teachers and false pastors. These are your enemies, and um, those who are interested that you are cursed. They think you are cursed. They think you are not part of salvation. They think you don't have a God. But the Lord is saying that he knows who you are. He knows your identity. He knows your poverty, but that are rich, because you are the chosen of God. And if you overcome, the Lord is telling you, as he told the church in Philadelphia, that he will write the name of his Father on your body, and he will give you the new Jerusalem that is coming out of heaven. And so that is hope, and that is what your expectation should be, and that is your inheritance that is coming in the holy city Jerusalem, which for now is being dominated, defiled, and captured by those who say they are Jews and they are not, and they are of the synagogue of Satan. The tables will turn when the Messiah comes to Jerusalem. So your prophet, your brother, the prophet Zephaniah, in Zephaniah 3 verse 10, is saying that in that day, the suppliants, the worshippers of God, they will come from all the four corners of the earth, and they will come from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, and will come from the Caribbean islands. They will come from North America. They will come from the Latin America. They will come from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, and they will bring their worship to God, their worship to Yahweh, their worship to the Messiah, their worship to Yeshua in Zion from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. The prophet Zephaniah talks about it in Zephaniah 3 verse 10. Something else will happen. The Gentiles, will be driven out of Jerusalem. Those who are defiling the city, the identity will be exposed. And the Lord is saying that those who call themselves Jews, they are not. They are synagogue of Satan. The tables will turn, and they will come and worship before thy feet. And when the Lord writes the name of his Father on your body, they will know who you are. They will know the true identity of the Hebrew Israelites, the outcasts of Israel, and the dispersed of Judah. And as you read the book of Zechariah 14, verse 17, Zechariah 14, verse 17, something else will happen. When the Messiah comes to rule in Jerusalem, it will be a requirement that the kings and the queens of the earth, they will be expected to go to the holy city and worship the Lord, Yeshua, the King of the earth, the Prince of Peace, who will be reigning in Jerusalem, who will be ruling Jerusalem. The kings of the Gentiles will be commanded to go to Jerusalem to worship the Messiah in Jerusalem. Zechariah 14 verse 17 says that any king who refuses to go or who defies the order, who neglects going to Jerusalem to worship the King, King Yeshua, there will be no rain on his land. There will be no rain on the land of any Gentile nation whose king or representative does not go to Jerusalem to worship the Messiah. It's stated in Zechariah 14, verse 17. And my people will come to seek the Lord in Jerusalem. Many people too will come and seek the Lord in Jerusalem. Zechariah 8 verse 20 talks about it. And in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men of the Gentiles, they shall take hold of the shirt of the child of God, the Hebrews, and they will say, let we go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. God is with you because God gathered you from the four corners of the earth, and you were located on your promised land, and you are possessing your possession, as Obadiah said, and you are in the midst of your king, and so you will be the cynosure of all eyes. You'll be a subject of envy and hatred, and people will marvel at you, and so 10 men will hold your shirt, and they will beg you to take them to your city, the holy city, the city of David, where the Messiah reigns. And in the restoration of Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem, the Messiah will have defeated the Gentile powers, the Euro-Gentiles that scattered the children of Judah. The Messiah will come and he will destroy the Gentile nation, because the words of the Messiah in Matthew says that when he comes, He will gather all nations before him, and he will judge them. And he will judge them based upon how they treated the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen of God, those who scattered the children of God to all the four corners of the earth. The Lord will gather them and he will judge them. And that will be a time of restoration of Ephraim and Judah. They will have been gathered from all the four corners of the earth, and their Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, will be in Jerusalem, the city of truth, the mountain of the host of the Lord, and the word of Elohim will go forth from Jerusalem, and the Hebrew Israelites will hold on to their mantle, and they will be evangelists of the gospel, and they will spread the word of the Lord from Jerusalem unto the Gentiles, because the Hebrew Israelites will be a light unto the Gentiles. The time will come. Jerusalem is coming with so many changes, and it will come with a lot of hope, and will be the city of your God and King, the priest King Yeshua, Messiah, who will be ruling from Jerusalem. He will reign. He will reign from Jerusalem, and he will be in your midst. And those who thought your God is not coming, they will be ashamed, because at long last your God will show up, the Messiah will show up, your Redeemer will show up on Mount Zion, and he's telling you in Revelation chapter 3, verse 11, hold on fast to what you hold, so that nobody takes away your crown, so that nobody steals your identity. Your identity is precious, is priceless. You are a chosen of God, of a royal nation, and of a royal priesthood, and you have to be an overcomer, so that you receive the divine blessings that the Lord has hidden for you, as recorded in Revelation chapter 3, verse 12. O Jerusalem, pray for the city of Jerusalem, so that the time will come when the city will be the city of your God, and you will go out to give your worship to the true God, the God of Israel, who is coming and who is coming to redeem you from wherever you are, so that you will be an inheritor of the land promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is Messiah Revelation Ministry, proclaiming good news of the arrival of the Messiah, and proclaiming the good things that will happen in Jerusalem after the times of the Gentiles are up. And the times of the Gentiles are up. The signs are showing that their time is up, and Jerusalem will be the city of Yeshua, Messiah, our Lord and King, our Redeemer and Savior. My email is raptureafrica@yahoo.com. Leaving it in the description box. Thank you very much.